Shaman Jeff here at the Village Mystic. Take a moment just to reflect on your thoughts. Here with the ancient crystal skulls, some beautiful amethyst, an amethyst table. I don't know if you can see that at this point. And I have 3 piles of cards out in front of you and 3 stones. On the first pile, I have a nice little piece of selenite. We just got a lot of selenite in, including some big pieces that are like 50 and 60 pounds each. I know some people out there were looking for those things, so I'm letting you know now that we do have them in. On the second pile is a beautiful piece of shungite. Very nice energy, very good for removing EMFs, very good for making an elixir to rid your body of those things that aren't natural to it. I also have a nice little piece of bloodstone. Bloodstone reminding you of courage. Now these little stands with the stones on them, we do have many in stock. We have lots of amethyst points with them. We have citrine points. And they're readily available. These particular ones I know are going on sale. So
$8
for $8. Want to thank you all who came out this weekend. It was a fun thing to do. I want you to think about these stones and see what it is you're drawn to today. And don't forget that at any point in time you can send in your questions. Taking a moment, taking a centering breath. And what is it you are drawn to? The selenite for the clearing properties, for the high energy that's going to help clear the space for you to reach your higher self, to be in that higher thought process? Is it the shungite that's going to rid your body of impurities, of EMFs? Or is it the bloodstone you're drawn to that brings you courage and strength? And I wonder what these cards underneath it mean. Let's see what's underneath the selenite. We will begin our journey. Underneath the selenite is the resting tree. Sometimes when we get most challenged, we do the opposite of what it is we need to do in life. Instead of sitting still, instead of resting and asking our guides for guidance, we try to do anything. And we become humans doing rather than humans being. And you're always in a lot more powerful position when you're just being. And the selenite, of course, ties into that because it will help you to find your higher self. It will help you in that moment of rest. And in that moment of silence, when you're seeking the answers within, which that's where the answers are going to be found, it can help you clear away some of that debris for a deeper understanding. Underneath this shungite Stone of purification, stone of getting rid of EMFs in the body. Very appropriate. We have the frog. The frog lives in two worlds. It lives on land and it lives in the water. And by constantly jumping in and out of the water, it's a cleansing process. And we all want to remain cleansed constantly because that's where we're going to find our true power. You don't find your power when you're bogged down with things. When you're bogged down with negative energy, the Native Americans, we will use sage to clear that energy out. And you want to keep your own auric field perfectly clear. And so it's a reminder to always keep yourself cleansed. That's where your greater power is going to lie. And of course, the shungite is a good stone for clearing from the inside out. And we have the bloodstone. Why would the bloodstone be on top of here? We have the card of the healing heart. All of us experience times when we take on wounds. And we can learn a lot more through the experience of the wounds that we have by looking into them and not by resisting them. And bloodstone will give us the courage to move through and learn those lessons that those wounds are teaching us. And life itself is all about learning these bigger lessons, and so they're right there for you. But when we get discombobulated and we're trying to fight, we're trying to go into resistance, then we only create more mud in our life. We don't create the harmony and the peace and help the heart heal and see what we're learning in this moment through the experience. And there's always that bigger picture going on. Did we have any questions coming in?
You know what, we don't have any question, but Nadia did say that she found out today that she needed some surgery, so she's asking for some prayers and some good energy and vibes being sent her way, so we'll definitely be doing that for you, Nadia.
Oh yeah, we love Nadia here.
Absolutely.
Always good to hear from you, and we wish you well, and we certainly will keep you in our prayers. Thank you for chiming in.
And we did have one other question from Sue, asking if selenite can clear her crystals.
Yeah, selenite can clear a lot of things. Native Americans will only wear silver jewelry. Most shamans will not wear gold. I'm one of the few that wear gold, but I'm also constantly aware of the energy around me, and I'm constantly aware of cleansing and being in prayer. And so you can take your jewelry, especially gold jewelry, and lay it on top of a plate of selenite or on a piece of selenite. You can take your other crystals and lay them on top of it. You can also use the selenite to go over your own aura to clear the energy field, to cut away things that aren't needed there. And you can also use the selenite. A lot of massage therapists will put it right on a wound or on an area that needs healing, because it will tend to draw out the heat. So it is very effective in healing.
So Danny asked, what other kinds of bloodstones do we have?
What other kind of bloodstones? Years ago, there used to be the bloodstone with the dark green. This is the dark green, but it used to have like little red polka dots on it. Nowadays, it's more broad to where it's a bloodstone itself is a member of the jasper family. And so you don't find the stuff with little tiny red dots, which is really pretty. But we find the blotchy bloodstone at this point in time.
So now I have a question. So shungite has been really hard for us to get our hands on since COVID started. So why is that? Why have people been gravitating to shungite during COVID and during these stressful times?
Anytime that you can keep your inners inside clear and you can keep it uncompromised is going to be very helpful to anything you're working on. Some of the EMFs from 5G and from cell towers, from microwaves, from your cell phones to everything around you is all of this energy in the air. And if it gets too much coagulated around you, it can open up the energy around you to bring in that negative energy. And so you want to keep yourself clear. You want to use the shungite. It's been in high demand. We are selling a lot of shungite, and we did just get in well over 100 pounds of it. So those people that have been coming in looking for it, we do have it back in stock, and quite a bit of it in stock. So
we have two other questions that just came up. So Danny has asked if you can take showers or baths with shungite.
Yeah, there are books out on it. On the internet, you can find a lot of stuff. They call it by a different name, but the dust itself from the shungite is supposed to be anti-aging, from what I've been told.
So the other question we have is from Sandy. Hey there, Sandy. And she asks if you need to cleanse your selenite.
Selenite is frozen white light. It's not going to need cleansing. Massage therapists will put it under their tables because when they're working on somebody, there's always an exchange of negative energy, and they'd rather have that negative energy go to the selenite because it will clear it out. It will cleanse your energy field, and it doesn't need cleansing.
And Liz has asked, what helps with wisdom, clarity, and unclogging energy flow?
Shungite could be good for that. Also the selenite. You know, a lot of different stones work on a lot of things, so there's not like one stone that's going to fix all. Another good stone for working with what Liz was asking about is the citrine, because to connect with those golden energies is always going to be helpful. That's why I love the ancient skulls. And so this is Shaman Jeff at the Village Mystic. Like us.
Yeah, we did have one other question. Nadia had asked if you were doing in-person readings at the time, and unfortunately, Nadia, still at this time, we're doing phone readings with Shaman Jeff. So we'll keep you guys posted and abreast when things change.
This is Shaman Jeff at the Village Mystic, always squeezably soft. Like us and subscribe. We're getting ready to have another event, Instagram live sale. That'll be coming up, so make sure you share it. Make sure you let your friends know that we're doing this. We're going through a lot of trouble doing this, and it would be very helpful if we get interaction. And the more you help out, the more you're going to see, the larger and more stuff we're going to be putting out there, so it's going to benefit yourself. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Create a beautiful day for yourself and a wonderful week. Don't forget, tomorrow night is meditation at 7 o'clock. And here comes a frog hopping at you. I am out.